morning to you, Facebook world. Good morning to you, social media. How's everybody doing on this bright, beautiful fall day? Positive vibes this morning. I pray that you guys are going to continue to be blessed, prosperous in all your endeavorments. Got on here real quick because I want to share this with you. Uncut live production. Word for the day response. So I had an individual that asked me specifically about how does one handle shade when people use the term little. You know, like little. Oh, you got that little job. Or you got that little career. And so this is my response. Matthew chapter 17 verse 20 says that if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, all things are possible. It's the little faith that moves those mountains, that cause those mountains to be moved. So how do you handle shade, right? Somebody said, how do you handle shade? How do you handle shade when people be like, oh, you got that little gig, or you got that little job, you got that little education, you got that little, it is a shade term. Matthew 17:20 says all you need is the faith the size, the little size, the little. If y'all look at the size of a mustard seed, one of these days I'm going to actually go to the store and I'm going to get a mustard seed and I'm going to show y'all the actual size of the mustard seed. So yeah, that's my response. You tell them, look, you right, it is little. It might be little for you, but it's big for me, because it's in the little things that causes the great things to be big. Somebody need to hear that this morning. It's the little things that causes the great things to be big. A mustard seed is one of the most significant, smallest seed there is in the seed world. There's no other seed on this earth that's as small as a mustard seed. So they say, how you handle shade when people are little? Yeah, you let them know. It's the little faith that produces great breakthroughs. I also want to tell somebody in this season, I don't care where you are at in this season. If you on a job, if you got a promotion, if you're schooling, if you are entrepreneur, if you just started a business, go for it. If you just selling t-shirts, go for it. I don't care what it is. If you just got enough faith to just go for it, just go for it. I'm telling you right now, just go for it. I don't care how small. Don't worry about the shade blockers, because you gonna always have the shade blockers. You're gonna always have people throwing shade at you. You're gonna always say, oh, you got that little house, you got that little apartment, you got that little job, you got that little marriage. And you know what? You tell me to say, guess what? Yeah, it's my little shindig. Y'all get what I'm saying? That is how you handle shade. And then also, make sure you disconnect from dream killers. There's a lot of dream killers out here. It's a lot of dream killers. Dream killers are people that be like, you say you want to be that, you ain't gonna be that. The people that talk negative. The ones that got everything in the world to say about what you trying to do, but they have nothing positive to say about you completing that thing or doing that thing. They always got something negative. They always got something to throw in front of you to try to trip you up, tell you can't do it or that's impossible. Nah. You tell them, go ahead, sit down. Go ahead and sit down somewhere else with that. You ain't got time for that. I did a sermon a few years ago. Was it? Yes, about 2 years. And the sermon was I ain't got time for that. And really in this season, we ain't got time for people to be throwing shade, or entertaining. You ain't got time to entertain the shade. I tell people this all the time. If they're going to criticize you and they're not going to help you make whatever it is that you're doing better, then you hush. mentor of mine always says like this: if you don't have a resolution, if you don't have a solution for the remedy, then you are part of the problem. So people can be bad all by themselves. They don't need you adding on to the misery. You get what I'm saying? So this is a word from Uncut Live Productions with your boy Kenneth Clark. Response. Somebody asked me, how do you handle shade? How do you handle shade when people use the term little? Oh, you got that little thing. That's just, some folks they just love hating. Some people, they just love bullying people. We talked about this yesterday on Uncut Live Productions show yesterday, and that bullying spirit is very prominent. It's very prominent in the time that we're in. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is in the midst of doing this bullying, because it's kids doing bullying, it's adults doing bullying, it's politicians doing bullying, it's everybody doing bullying, and we can all need to pause for a second, check ourselves, and pump our brakes and cool and chill out. So yeah, that's my response. Responding to someone asked me, how do you handle shade when people be talking about, look at your little. No, it's not little for me. It's the little things that create the big big puddles, that cause the ponds to go forward. You know what I mean? And we gotta think about that. This the season where we gotta disengage. I preached a sermon last year, talked about disengaging. You gotta disengage from negative folks. You gotta disengage from people that's not speaking life. You gotta disengage from people that don't have the mantle of kingdom. You gotta disengage from people that don't have the same language. And oftentimes the scripture talks about how can two walk together unless they agree. But that's not even just for marriage, but that's just, you got to start applying that principle even within your circles. Because some folks they really on the low, they be real live, like really trying to throw shade at you and to get you off this course. And you got to disconnect. You got to disengage from that. You got to disengage from folks that's not speaking life into you. Get around people that's going to speak life into you, that's going to speak the word, the positive word. You know what I'm saying? We got to get around people that's about something, that's about life, that's about uplifting and building you up. You don't need somebody constantly they see you doing something. I'm telling y'all right now, don't allow yourself to end up in an experience where you won't do what God called you to do. A lot of us got a lot of talents, gifts, callings. We got a lot of great potential that's on the inside of us, and we got to get around people that's going to be positive. Even when you are finding yourself discouraged, you got to be in the midst of people that's going to speak life to you. That's going to say, hey, you're going to be able to get through this. You're going to be able to press through. You're going to get through this. This too shall come to pass. You get what I'm saying? You got to get around movers and shakers. And I'm not talking about just movers and shakers financially or in the material arena, but you got to get around people that's prosperous in the mental capacity. That's something that we don't talk about enough when we talk about prosperity. We only associate prosperity with materialism, cars, money, and accessories. But we gotta rethink prosperity. We gotta rethink this thing about prosperity. We gotta rethink this thing about prosperity being enriched. Don't never be attached to material things. Material things can fade, they can rust, they can break, stuff can break down. Don't be attached to that. Be attached to purpose. That's why I tell people this all the time. Chase God. Chase God. Chase Yah. Chase the Father. Chase the Father. Don't be. I'm telling y'all. Whatever you do in this season, chase God. Don't worry about the people that be throwing shade. People throw shade at me 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But I tell people this all the time. If you're not going to be a part of the solution, if you're not going to help me, and guess what? Your thoughts are just like opinions. You get what I'm saying? You know, and so sometimes you just gotta let people be right where they at. You get what I'm saying? You gotta let people be right where they at. Go through those doors. Go through those doors of opportunity, y'all. God is opening some doors, and you can't let the opinions of others stop you or hinder you from going forward for where you need to be. Alright, y'all. Peace and blessings. Go check the YouTube channel out, y'all. Go to Uncut Live Productions. Type in on YouTube Uncut Live Productions Vernacular. I'm telling y'all, I'm not asking y'all for no money. I'm just telling y'all, go on there. Look on YouTube. Type in Uncut Live Productions Vernacular. It's only going to cost you 3 minutes and 44 seconds to listen to. It's a simple message. How are we uplifting our youth? What are we speaking into our youth? What are we speaking into our children? Are we speaking life or are we speaking death? And we gotta think about this in this season. What are we doing? How are we uplifting our youth? How are we uplifting our youth? Go on to YouTube, y'all. Go. I ain't asking you for money. Go on YouTube. Y'all, we had a lot of these challenges and stuff. You know, they have all these challenges and stuff, and you know, a lot of negative stuff that's being shared and passed around all on Facebook and whatnot. Go on YouTube. I'm telling you, just ain't gonna cost you nothing. Type in Uncut Live Productions Vernacular right on YouTube. Click it. Click it. I'm telling you, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. It will revolutionize your mind. This will give something for all of us. Myself included. Myself included. Go on the YouTube channel. I'm telling y'all, Uncut Live Productions with Kenneth Clark is popping. It's popping like I don't know what. We got shows coming up left and right. If you have an idea or specific topic that you would want us to talk about, shoot an email. Now, I'm not don't necessarily know at the right specific time of when we're going to actually talk about that topic that you give to us, because we constantly have people hitting us up left and right saying, hey, can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Can you talk about this? I'm telling you, this is the season. Go through those doors, man. Just go through those doors. That's all I can really say, y'all. Go through those doors. Let people talk. Let them talk. Keep making those moves, y'all. You know, I tell people this all the time. None of us have it right. None of us all have it 100% correctly when it comes to success. We're all working this thing out. The beautiful thing that I love about the two sisters that started the Furlough Cheesecake business is they said something, and I have held on to that since they said, you know what, we have got to stop looking at success to come at the right time. And they actually birthed the Furlough Cheesecake business in the midst of the furlough. And so when I'm saying this right now, a lot of us have been called to do something great. And when I say called, I'm not talking about just going out here to preach. Because believe it or not, God has put more talents and hobbies and gifts in all of us beyond just preaching. He's put more talents and gifts in us beyond just doing ministry. You get what I'm saying? Some people have to sing. Some people have to be able to be in the beautician world, in the cosmetology world. Some people have to be in the music arena so we can hear that beautiful, elegant, so sweet and sound music. Some of the people have to be in the arts so we can see some of the greatness, so we can see, stories being told. Some of us have to be in production. Some of us have to be in media. Some of us have to be in broadcasting and journalism. Some of us have to be there so we can bring those stories, and those stories can come to life. You get what I'm saying? Go for it. This is the season to go for it. Go through those doors, y'all. Go through it. I'm telling you right now. Get a pen, get a pad. Get a pen, get a pad. Write it down. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. If you want to get back to doing poetry, get a pen and a pad. Put that down as a goal. Whatever it is that you want to do. If it's a podcast, if it's a TV show, if whatever it is, put that thing down out on paper. You get what I'm saying? Put that thing on a paper. Write that junk down. Write it out on paper. Write that thing on paper. Don't worry about what people gonna tell you. Because guess what? Some of the most people who've ever started business or who have ever started their endeavorments, they have made mistakes. And I'm gonna also say this too. And just because you might have a business does not necessarily mean that you won't make mistakes, because mistakes are bound to happen. All of us, we're not exempt from making mistakes. You get what I'm saying? The biggest thing about mistakes is that sometimes some lessons can't be learned unless you go through that process. It's like a child. You could tell a child, don't touch that stove, right? And you could tell them all day, all night. You could tell them to you turn blue, right? But when that child touched that stove and he said, ow, hot. Guess what? Now that child's had that experience. And then now that child's like, hold up. He can tell his other buddies, look, no, don't touch that stove. It's hot. Hot. You see? Hot. Listen. Push forward. I don't care what it is. Everybody has something to bring. Even that one that you think that ain't got no talent has something to bring to the table. The ones that you call bums, the ones that you outcast, the ones that ain't ain't in the clique, the ones that you think be like, yo, they ain't gonna do nothing. Let me tell you something. Don't sleep on those. Don't sleep on those. My mentor tell me all the time. Never sleep on folks, because you never know what that person had. Don't put people in the box. Because some of us we mess ourselves up by putting people in the box. And sometimes we gotta learn to just let people be who they are, and be who they are while being great. Y'all, I'm sitting here, I'm outside enjoying my balcony, and I see this wasp. Okay, it's fall. I need y'all bees and wasps to go. But yeah, go for it. Somebody need to hear this. Share this live. Go for it, y'all. Go for it. Go for it. I'm telling y'all, go for it. Go for it. Y'all, you don't listen. We use money in the earth. I get it. But if you just keep sitting back saying, I need $1 million, what's going to happen if there is an investor looking to invest into someone? But if you're not in place, and when I say in place, I'm talking about whatever your passion and whatever your dream is. My passion is, I just want to make a difference, period. I'm not necessarily worrying about, the money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to see smiles on people's faces. I want to help the elderly. I want to help the poor. I want to help the homeless. You get what I'm saying? I want to continue to do production. I want to continue to do broadcasting. I want to continue to do film. I want to continue to do spoken word. I want to continue to do poetry. You get what I'm saying? Like, go for it, y'all. Like, don't let money become a setback or something that, you get what I'm saying, that becomes a hindrance. Go for it. You get what I'm saying? You never know who might be looking for to invest into your ideas specifically. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta go for it. Go for your dream. Go for your dreams and go for your passion. You get what I'm saying? Don't put people in a box, because I believe that God can give you a gift, a breaker's anointing for where you can operate in your multiple talents, multiple gifts. You get what I'm saying? Reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. Go for it. Go for whatever you're trying to do. I had a couple of young people who told me, said, "Look, man," he said, "Look, I wanna work in the medical field, but I also want to sing." Go for it. You get what I'm saying? Go for it. You don't know what's in you until you step out there on faith. That's what faith is all about, right? You just gotta tap in. Tap into what is leading you. You get what I'm saying? Tap into that. Some people like, well, can people really make money off a career of singing? Is that really passionate? Let me help you guys this. If you got a gift and a talent, you can play an instrument. You don't know who might discover you. You get what I'm saying? You might have to get a regular job, but on the midst of you getting that regular job, if you already have the talent to either for music or to play that instrument or to write or compose or whatever it is that you do, find the time where you're not working or not seeking education to manifest that talent. Some of us might have to take some business courses to understand a couple of things, like myself. You get what I'm saying? And go for it. This is the season to go for it, y'all. It may look strange. It may look, may look a little different to some folks. And some folks like, yo, there she go. There he go. Guess what? Yeah, you tell them, yeah, there I go. I am going that way because I want success. This is what I'm trying to do. This is where I'm trying to go. This is who I'm trying to be. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to understand your passion. I get it. A lot of people don't understand my passion. You get what I'm saying? But I got to keep going forward. You get what I'm saying? You got to keep pushing. You can't allow what other people think about your potential. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't let people's opinion stop you from doing what you're passionate about. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't allow people to have more power over you than what your passion is. Don't let people have more power over your passion. You got a passion for something, go for it. It may seem like an oxymoron to them, but go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world don't know what you have to offer until you just make it a determination in your mind to just go for it. Go for your passion. Go for your dream. Go for your ambition. You get what I'm saying? And even if you happen to change up what it is that you're trying to do for your success. You might have started out wanting to be a doctor, but then you might have found a different passion. Maybe you might want to work in. I know some individuals where they wanted to be doctors, but they switched from being a doctor to doing mortuary science. I know some folks that started out doing mortuary science and they discovered a strong passion for political science and good at it. And I tell people this all the time, go for what you're passionate about. Because 9 times out of 10, what you're passionate about, for what you're passionate for, 9 times out of 10, it's a career and great money within that passion that you have for it. So go for it. You get what I'm saying? Go for it. Don't let money to be a factor. Get yourself a tablet. Get yourself a vision board. Vision boards are real easy to make, yo. Get a poster board and put on that poster board your name, right? And on your name, you put your name at the top, and you put, say, hey, 6 months, I want to be this. I want to be a rock star. If that happens to be your goal. Or in 6 months, I want to be a violinist. Go for it. Start researching, places that may have, that have instruments. You get what I'm saying? And see how much it costs. Sometimes we got to put stuff out into the atmosphere. I know my Christian folks don't like the term universe, but put it into the atmosphere. Put it into the air. You get what I'm saying? Put it into the air. Put it and say, hey, I will become this. Today will be a day of success. Today is my day of breakthrough. I always say, God, I am blessed, and because I am blessed, I will be a blessing to someone else, because I'm blessed to be a blessing. You get what I'm saying? You just gotta start from the drawing board. Positive affirmations. Y'all get what I'm saying? You gotta start speaking stuff. Speak those things as being out and still they word. You gotta speak those things into existence. And I'm speaking some things into existence. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my wife is coming into and is coming into my future. I thank God for the wife that is for me. You get what I'm saying? I thank God for the kids that's for me. I thank God that my situation is turning around for the greater good. I thank God that I am successful. I thank God that I am blessed in the city, that I am blessed in the fields. I thank God that my that is turning around for me. I thank God that peace, love, and abundance belongs to me. You get what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that we gotta put out into the atmosphere. We gotta put it out into the airways. God, I thank you for this. You get what I'm saying? And just, that's what I started doing. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I do every day. God, I thank you that you're going to continue to build Uncut Line Productions. God, I thank you that finances are going to come my way. God, I thank you that you have everything under control. God, I thank you that I am blessed. God, I thank you that you're going to lead me to divine connections. God, I thank you that success belongs to me. God, I thank you that prosperity belongs to me. And not just when we say prosperity, it's not even just in the materialistic things, but prosperity that, God, you're going to keep me walking in perfect peace. God, I thank you that prosperity is going to be prosperous, in all my pursuits. God, I thank you for the prosperity of my next door neighbor. I thank you for the prosperity of those that are running in the communities, those who may be running in political office. What's going on there, Madam Judge? How are you? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. You just gotta start putting these things into the atmosphere. You get what I'm saying? Just start putting these things into the atmosphere. God, this too shall pass. God, help me get the lessons that I need to get to get out of this 2020 year, because I don't want to go into 2021 not thinking or moving ahead. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that we got to do to get us to leap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got room. We all have opportunity to to create a path. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes the path that we're trying to get, we may not necessarily be able to get to that path. But sometimes you got to create a path so that you can get, so that you can get where it is that you're trying to go. You get what I'm saying? Like me, I wanted an Uncut Live platform where folks could be able to say different things and talk about real issues and real, real things on the table. So, I was seeking other places for that. You get what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, maybe BET might do that, but then it was like, you know what? Good morning. I was like, you know what? I'm looking for somebody else to do that. Nah. What can I use? You know what I'm saying, to make that happen? Till one of the beloved co-hosts, she let me know. She said, hey, use what you have to get to where you're trying to go. You have more within your reach and more within your hand than what you realize. And I was like, you know what? I had to think about that for a second. Because some of us, we trying to get some places, but some of us actually have some of the skill sets. You get what I'm saying? Some of the resources, and we just gotta say, hey, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, the beautiful thing that I like about COVID is that it has carved us time. You get what I'm saying? To put 3 goals and 3 objectives down on the paper, and write them down. You get what I'm saying? And then as time progressed, you begin to go back and look at that paper and be like, yo, wait a minute, I wrote this down. And then you began to take what you've written down, and what you've written down actually becomes real. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like it becomes real because it's like as you're writing it and as it's been written, you go back to that drawing board. You're like, hold up, I said I was going to do this. Wow, this is actually coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? So like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about people throwing shade. People gonna throw shade. They gonna throw shade 24/7. The thing of it is that, some folks, they'll throw shade when you're doing good, and they'll throw shade when you're doing bad. And the deal is that somebody's always going to have an opinion, right? But if that opinion is not guided in a way whereby it's not helping you to progress further, then that's just what it is. It's an opinion with no manifestation. My philosophy professor would say this: a critique with no training or sign of manifestation. Y'all, excuse me. I don't know why we got these bees out here like that. A critique with no sign of training or willing to assist is just a critique with no thought of progression. You get what I'm saying? So like, we just all gotta just be mindful and be very aware, you know what I'm saying, how it is that we go about uplifting one another. You get what I'm saying? Like, take this time to help. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know something and you feel like a brother, your brother or your sister could do things a different way, help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you've done it. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you've already done it yourself, help them. Say, hey, this is what I did for me to get to where, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I mean? And this is what I did, and this is how I got there. If I ever decided that I wanted to get into involved with law, court systems and stuff like that, if I know I will reach out to the beloved Miss Gladys Spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we overcome stuff. God put us in opportunities and positions for it not to be just a blessing to us, but us to help groom and mentor other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is that time, to do that. So, yeah, y'all continue to go for it. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. GOFORIT. Go for it. Go for it. And go forward. You know what I'm saying? Despite what people might say. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't know the process. A lot of people sometimes don't know the process or the path or the reason why individuals have such a passion or a drive or what they're, for where it is that they're trying to go. You get what I'm saying? So go for it, Go for it and go forward. Alright, that's a word for today. Go for it and go forward. Y'all continue to stay blessed and less stressed. Keep fighting a good fight of faith. Chase God. Chase God. I can't say that enough. Chase God. Chase God. Chase God. Follow Yeshua. You know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to know him. I didn't say get to know a denomination. I didn't say to go find this type of religion. No. Go get to know him. Just we all have to start somewhere and begin our journey. You get what I'm saying? Like, go for it, Trust God, and He will lead you to the path of all righteousness. He will lead you to the path of success. Y'all stay blessed, be blessed, and get out here and enjoy some of this nice weather. Alright, y'all. Peace and blessings.